What's going on, folks? Well, welcome back to the Lawn Chart channel. Today we are not going to work on a lawn, so let me show you what we're working on today. Yeah, looks like we have a branch that fell down from way up there, and we're going to be working on clearing all of this stuff out here. Looks like my shed took a bit of a beating up on that little corner, and the branch came down, part of the branch came down and then snapped there, and then it snapped on that side. And so we've got a bunch of cleanup that we got to take care of. So that's going to be our work for today, is make some sense out of this. Probably have to get the truck to pull that big branch out of up there and try and do as little damage as I possibly can to what's here. So I got me a new chainsaw. It is a Stihl MS 250. Believe it or not, I've never owned a chainsaw. I've used other people's in the past, but with our land that we've got about 5 acres and we're gonna start clearing some stuff out in the fall. So I was gonna get one anyway. Might as well start using it now and start breaking this thing in so that it's ready for all the stuff that we're gonna be doing out of the land in the fall. But anyway, it's gonna be a busy day. Fortunately, I've got to wear long sleeves, obviously. Gonna get some ear protection, eye protection, all that stuff, and some gloves. Just to be safe. But fortunately, it is not blazing hot today. We had a really big rainstorm yesterday, obviously, which is what caused all this. And today's actually nice and cool. So of all the days that it could be, today is probably a good day that I have to do all this cleanup. And tomorrow it's going to get back into the mid to upper 90s, and all next week is mid to upper 90s. So today's a great day to get this done. So let's get to work. All right, well, we cleared out quite a bit. Got Mrs. Muscles over here taking care of stuff, and get a little bit better view of like what really happened. I mean, this is a pretty substantial tree limb, and you can see it goes all the way back there, and it came from right there. But my shed is, I mean, there's some damage, like right in there on the corner. And you can see that fascia board kind of snapped all the way across, so I'll have to replace that. That branch up there is going to have to be lifted and taken off. If I try and drag that off, I'm going to destroy my roof. I'm trying to save as much of it as I can. But yeah, there's some big branches there. I mean, we'll cut all that off, and you can see where it impaled on the ground right there, and it's still stuck right there. So I mean, it's still quite a bit of cleanup, but we've made a lot of progress, and it's just a lot of cutting. Had to get through a lot of leaves to get there. So, and then our little bench here, you can see like where the arm is right there. I was gonna refinish it, but the wrought iron, you can see the wrought iron right there snapped there, and it also snapped right there. You can see that. So no repair. It's gonna get thrown away, and we'll just have to do another one. Well, I forgot to turn on the camera, but we just cleared up the roof. And let me show you some of the damage that we've got here. So that corner right there is gonna have to be replaced and repaired. Same thing there. My ridge vent here is a little bit messed up. Had the nails poking through, and then obviously that front corner. And then I do have a few places where I have broken shingles, but it's gonna be a little bit of repair. but it should be okay. This is the neighbor's tree that I've got a bunch of stuff stuck in it, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. But the roof itself is cleared off now, and then we just gotta work on getting the rest of this. And of course, Mrs. Muscles is back down there working on stuff. And this gives you a different perspective on the tree where it broke. And then that's the two big logs, and they're pretty big. I thought I was gonna drag them out as a whole with my truck, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna have to cut myself all the way up there and maybe work it up to right about where that nest is. And then we'll just tie a chain and drag the rest of it out. But I think I have to cut it at least into thirds, because I'd say that log right there is probably at least 30 feet long. I can drag it, but I'm gonna cause all kinds of damage to the hill if I do that. All right, this is day 2 or 3. I've lost track. Cleared off the shed the other day. We've got a little bit of a pile here. Got this young lady helping me today. And I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tie off a chain onto that branch and try and pull it this way. I think if I pull this one first, I may shove that one into the shed. I don't wanna do that. So we're gonna see if we can pull it out with my truck. I think it'll do it. We'll see. But I think that's the plan, is try and get that pulled down. It'll be easier than me trying to climb up that hill and cut it down from up there. So wish us luck. It's not gonna work, because if I pull this branch, it's gonna kick out that way and wanna roll down this way. And if I pull this branch, it's gonna move this one over and probably knock it that way. All right, well, let's get to it. But I want you to be over there on that side, like away from everything. Because if that chain breaks, I don't want to flick it over on you. So like go way over there. But that moved out pretty good. That came out from right underneath it. We can pull that bottom one next, and then we'll do the big one last. And we'll just knock these out. Yeah, so the branch left a little bit of a trench, but we got it out and didn't damage any more on the shed. So we'll work on this branch, cut it up, and then we'll move on to the next one. Now that we got this whole log out, it's kind of cool to look and see how this was all put together. So it looks like there was a branch that was actually right inside of there, which is that branch right there. But when it snapped and then let go of both branches. But I don't know, that's, how thick do you think that is? 12, 18 inches, Becca? Probably about 18 inch. So not small. right, we're out of fuel. I've never owned a chainsaw before, but the guy that I bought it from at the dealer, he said that he puts in bar oil every single time he puts in gas, whether it needs it or not. And I think that's probably a good idea. And that way there is no risk of running it dry ever. But yeah, this thing it's only got a little tank, so it runs out of fuel pretty quickly. So we got all the way out here, and then it took it both, but it started going back into the shed back here, so I don't want to do any more damage there. So I may bring a chain and attach it here and yank it this way towards me. But yeah, the hill it's not awesome, but it's okay. I didn't really love everything that's back here anyway. But at least everything's off the hill, and then we just got to get all this debris off of here, but we'll do that later. Just need to get this thing cut up first. That is quite the snap right there. That's crazy. And then it's snapped up here. I guess that's where the branch was connected. So basically, this was the part that's connected to the branch way up there. And then that is the part that's connected to the branch that we just cut up. And then there was the other branch that's like below it. So this is pretty much it. This is all that's left. Just a few leaves, and that's what the hill looks like. It's got a bit of a scar on it, but it doesn't look too terribly bad. Gonna take all of this stuff down anyway in the fall. We're gonna put some arborvitaes and a couple panels up there, so we're not too terribly worried about that. But this is the pile of wood that's left over, believe it or not. It's a lot. It's gonna create a lot of firewood, more than I probably need. As you can see behind me, I've got a bunch of leaves that I'm going to clean up, and I'm just going to get the mower out there. But this was a project. I mean, it was a project that I was not expecting to do. Today, the weather was perfect. It was about 85 degrees, very low humidity. This morning it was 62. A couple days ago, it was like 95 and like 90% humidity. It was miserable. In fact, when I was working up on the roof of the shed, I about got baked off of there. It was unbelievable how much I was sweating, and I just could not keep my hydration up. So this took a lot longer. If it had been in the fall and it was cooler, probably could have knocked this all out in a day or two, but this took, I think, a total of like 4 days off and on. but we got it done. And again, not a project I was expecting to do, but you got to do what you got to do. My truck, have an appointment in a couple weeks to have an estimate on it. It's gonna require a little bit of work. Nothing major. One big dent on the roof of the truck, and then I've got a bunch of scratches. So hopefully it'll be something fairly easy, and then I have to repaint the whole thing. But we'll see. That's what you got insurance for, right? So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this little step away from lawn care to take care of a little bit of business. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't earned your subscription, and if you want to be notified of future videos, don't forget to hit that bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Happy 4th of July to be. We got something a little bit special that I think we're going to be working on, so stay tuned for that. See you later. Have a great week.